Team, just bringing a quick video about some principles we'll be covering in the first camp. Mainly the idea of hot space and the dead space, which are just a couple of ways to help us view the field, be on the same page with it. It allows for good communication for the principles we'll be talking about. So what the hot space is, it's a fluid area. It's as you see here, the upfield space most easily attacked for the offense. And it is determined essentially by the disc and the player's positioning. So if there is to bring the actual space into play, it's roughly around here. The more space that the thrower has to throw to, it kind of gets bigger, essentially, and if throwers or cutters come through the lane, then this gets smaller and smaller. So we want to keep it large for good throwing windows. The main principle for hot space is to cut into it and to clear out of it. And that just means that you're never going to be stagnant here, waiting to receive the disc, or as soon as you come into it, you essentially want to be getting out of it as quickly as possible, and we'll be going over how to do that this weekend. So again, general principles. Same things goes if we go to the sign line over here. I don't know. Go over to the sideline and say we have one person standing in the way. If the disc was just swung, say, to the sideline over here, and this person now finds him or herself standing in the space, can't really get a hold, then what they immediately need to do is to clear across the field and allow for other cutters. In this situation, this would be like a kind of a side stack set or a split stack, other cutters to set up and attack the hot space. And what you see, if we have lots of space over here on the side, this again gets bigger and bigger. So this is good, really big throwing windows in a large hot space to throw to. So as a defense, we'll have kind of a defensive video coming out tomorrow, and the goal is going to be to shrink the other team's hot space and to protect it. So real quick, just one other kind of point about this topic is we're going to also kind of identify a dead space, and this is an area we also don't want you to cut to. So since this hot space area is kind of upfield a little bit, we also don't want coming and clogging a thrower like this. So this is really applicable when we have cutters that want to come, darn it, that want to come way too close to the disc and call for it. That's not what we're going for. If you come into the hot space, you essentially have two options. You can either sweep across and get back to the far other sideline, or you can pin and kind of minimize the area you're taking up with that maneuver. And we'll go over where to go from there if you do end up pinning on the sideline. So with the dead space, you essentially also don't cut into that. And just a general reminder to not hang out deep either. This is where we want to, if you make a deep cut, get back under as quickly as possible and remain fairly shallow as cutters. One other area where this would be particularly important to remember is if I receive the disc and I need to clear from a position like this, to not run straight past the thrower here. You want to kind of imagine this parabola around the thrower, and you want to essentially go wide. And if there's another handler there, you want to go very wide before you're clearing back into the downfield space. So I hope that's kind of clear. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to play a little video just from examples, something I did a little while back, and so I'll let that run real quickly. Once I get to it, I thought it was set. So apologies. There we go. A Nashville Night Watch game. I'm going to kind of run it through real quick, and then we'll break it down. So hopefully this works. Okay. Good. Blake Waldron starts with the disc. You're going to see him clear out, open up some space for other cutters. Another clear, opening up more space. Continuation. Okay, so the drive starts. The hands of Blake Waldron. He's going to make a dump and realize that he is standing where Tyler wants to throw the disc. He is immediately going to clear out and open up. You see right here, this space right around in here, what Blake is getting out of, is what the Night Watch's hot space is at this time. So you see Ray making a great cut, coming in from deep and not intruding in this dead space. And he comes in strong and collects the disc. And as soon as he's collecting it, we got Tom right here, who realizes, oh my gosh, now I'm in the hot space, so I better get the heck out of here. It's an extremely rare thing that you see both Tom and Blake make it clear for someone else in the same point, but the Bash Bros can do anything they put their minds to. So, continuing with there, we have again, this was the new hot space, so Tom had cleared out of it, who's that guy, and opened up all this space, and this is actually going up the break side. So, again, it doesn't really matter. The marks are on an island out here, and these guys are making great, powerful cuts into that area. So we're just continuing to flow well. This is going to make a Duval's on like a 35-yard undercut, in which this kind of moves so quickly at this point that Jake has just been able to burst away from his defender and make a great little continuation cut for a score. So good job, Nashville. Next clip is a lot more impressive, in my opinion. It's actually Team US, and they've got a good system in place where they pretty much abide by the principles of hot space all the way up the field. Again, we'll kind of just let it run through real quick, and then we'll break it down a little bit more. Pay attention here. There's just, you don't really see anyone clogging at any point. Every time the cutters are coming into a new space, it's available for them to work, and they're not having to go around extra defenders or extra cutters. Lots of these principles are not really telling you how to beat your defender in a one-on-one setting necessarily, but more how to cut within the scheme of your other cutters. Both important, but I'd argue this is probably more important. So here we have a good initiating cut. This space in front of the thrower right here is going to be our hot space, and Cassie's going to cut straight into it and receive the disc. He gets it there, so our new hot space again is going to be this big kind of 15 by 15 yard box in front of the thrower. I think the mark's going to slide over and kind of get some poaches out there, so they decide to swing the disc. A lot of this is going on the momentum of where the disc is, so we get a nice swing off the sideline, and it's easy to kind of continue the momentum of where that disc is going in this space right here. So this area right here is our new hot space, and we have, I think, Josh Marquette is in it when the disc arrives to this thrower, and as soon as it does, he was recognizing this. Great recognition, and this is a big cut we want to implement also this year. When the throw comes off the sideline, if you're already just standing statically, you kind of want to be making this up line clear if you're this far side handler. So we'll watch them do it. We get shot to space, and before the defense can recover, we hit another shot to the hot space right there. So great recognition by all these players. I think Goose gets cut off by marks and poaches again. And so Jimmy makes the right decision to swing over there. And here again, I think that Karlinski can take a shot out to this space right here and collect maybe a 2-yard gain. And his mark is already hot on his trail, or he could keep this hot space open and allow another teammate entry into that space. And that's exactly what he does. Swing over there. Again, this is on the break side, so it doesn't really matter what the force is. And then just 2 more cuts straight into the hot space. So nothing fancy, just kind of perfect spacing. So that's the video in general. Again, let me know if you have any questions about this. See y'all soon. Bye.